So maybe that's like some part of it, because they kind of have to multitask over all the possible things that could be asked. But I think if you're coming to a business and maybe partnering on some specific problems you care about, then maybe you would see that there. Or there would be some very high value applications that are like more niche. But I think right now they're kind of like going after the totality of what's available. I don't think that the science of manipulating the brains is like fully developed yet, partly.
What do you mean manipulating?
So like, so fine tuning without losing capabilities as an example. And we don't have
by itself, then your ability to do this as a like closed loop task with by pricing data is more challenged.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
But now we do.
The thing is, for LLM training, it actually is like very easily, it like really fits the paradigm. So you'd actually expect,
clean metric.
like LLM training actually fits the paradigm really well, really easily. Like all the optimization of all the code, and so it runs faster. And then you also have like metrics that you can optimize against. I do think that if you had an autonomous loop over those metrics, there's going to be a lot of like good harding going on, where the system will like overfit to those metrics. And so, but then you can use the system to devise more metrics, and you just have really good coverage. So it's kind of hard to tell, but in a certain sense, it's like a pretty good fit.
I want to talk about a little tiny side project you have before we end. Tell me about the MicroGPT.
Oh yeah. Okay. So MicroGPT. So I feel very good about like what people can contribute and their impact outside of the frontier labs, obviously. Not in the industry, but also in like more like ecosystem level roles. So your role, for example, is more like ecosystem level. My role currently is also kind of more on ecosystem level. And I feel very good about like impact that people can have in those kinds of roles. I think conversely, there are definite problems in my mind for basically aligning yourself way too much with the frontier labs too. So fundamentally, I mean, you have a huge financial incentive to with these frontier labs, and by your own admission, the AIs are going to like really change humanity and society in very dramatic ways. And here you are basically like building the technology and benefiting from it, like and being like very allied to it through financial means. Like this was a conundrum that was in at the heart of how OpenAI was started in the beginning. Like this was the conundrum that we were trying to solve. And so that so it's kind of
it's still not resolved.
The conundrum is still not like fully resolved. So that's number one. You're not a completely free agent, and you can't actually like be part of that conversation in a fully autonomous, free way. So maybe that's like some part of it, because they kind of have to multitask over all the possible things that could be asked. But I think if you're coming to a business and maybe partnering on some specific problems you care about, then maybe you would see that there. Or there would be some very high value applications that are like more niche. But I think right now they're kind of like going after the totality of what's available. I don't think that the science of manipulating the brains is like fully developed yet, partly.
What do you mean manipulating?
So like, so fine tuning without losing capabilities as an example. And we don't have these primitives for actually like working with the intelligences in ways other than just context windows. Like context windows kind of just work, and it's very cheap to manipulate, etc. And this is how we're getting some of the customization, etc. But I think if it was, I think it's a bit more of a developing science of how you like more deeply adjust the models, how you have continual learning maybe, or how you fine tune in a certain area, how you get better in a certain area, or like how you actually touch the weights, not just the context windows. And so it's a lot more tricky, I would say, to touch the weights than just the context windows.